Hello everyone and welcome back to Love English. Today we're going to be looking at exploring the Manchester accent, how to understand it, how to understand its key features, and also how to do it.
It hasn't evolved, it's still the same, keeping it real.
I'm from a town in Manchester.
Manchester City.
We all went a bit mad with it.
It might be that you're just a fan of British accents and that you enjoy trying them. Or you could even be an actor trying to learn to do these accents. Now, a good place to start is, of course, by listening to the Manchester accent as much as possible. Some key personalities that have come out of Manchester are, of course, the band Oasis, as well as Carl Pilkington, who's very famous for lots of funny TV shows called An Idiot Abroad. Or there is also Michelle Keegan, who is very famous on Coronation Street. In fact, the whole TV show Coronation Street is set in Manchester, so that's a good starting point if you want to hear it more. A good starting point is that the pitch of the Manchester accent is lower than lots of other British accents. So if you think about a modern RP accent, the pitch being about here, but a Liverpool accent, the pitch is higher. Most Liverpudlians talk in a higher pitch. It would be more like This is, of course, for a female. On a male voice, it'll be slightly different, but you'll still have this kind of range of whereabouts the accents sit. Now, with the Manchester accent, it's slightly lower. It's actually down here. So you'll normally find you have to lower your tone. So I would normally say these words in a higher pitch, but speaking in a Manchester accent, I tend to take them a bit lower. And you'll also find that the Manchester accent has a much more nasal quality. A lot of the words are much more from here. So you'll find that you need to compress your mouth a little bit more to get this more nasal feature. Now we're going to look at how the vowels and consonants change with a Manchester accent. So in most of southern England, the Y on the end of words is said as an E. Funny, pretty, really. In the Manchester accent, this is said as an E. Funny, pretty, really, angry. Just try practicing those. Funny, pretty, really, angry. He's really funny. She's really pretty. Did she really like it? A pie is meant to be with gravy.
And I find the emotion side and drama easier than comedy. Wow. But I really enjoyed doing comedy.
I couldn't read, so we ended up with shaving foam once instead of cream for our jelly.
The next key feature is that normally when you have the ing at the end, in the Manchester accent, this is dropped. So they would say walking, talking, running, waiting, watching. I was watching the telly. I was watching the telly. I was walking to work. I was walking to work. Waiting, meeting, watching. I've got a meeting in 5 minutes. The next feature is the dropped H sound at the beginning of words. So, for example, happening would become happening. Happy would become happy. You might have heard Carl Pilkington say, I'm not happy. Also, house would become house. Helpful would become helpful. How come would become how come. How come he didn't like it? He weren't very helpful.
So I love the skinhead.
Would you go back there again, skinhead?
Yeah.
The next feature is a very key feature from the point of view of the vowel changes. This is going to be something you'll need to spend time working on if you want to do the accent, and you'll also need to work out where exactly you should make this change. Basically, in modern RP British English, we have two vowels for the sound. We have come, which is an sound. Come, up, done is all And then we have for book and look and put and full. Now, with a Manchester accent, these are actually, they become merged, and mostly the sound is gone. Mostly the as in come is gone and is replaced by an even slightly fuller version of For example, come becomes cum, shut becomes shut, lovely becomes lovely, cut becomes cut, up becomes up, something would become something, nothing would become nothing. So your cheeks come in a little bit, and the sound comes from deeper down in the throat, come, shut the door. Yeah, it's really lovely, lovely. It comes from deeper down here. He's really lovely.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, no, I do. I love it. And
cat becomes cut. She's got a cut on her finger. Cap becomes cup. Can you pass me that cup?
Where did the fashion come from? I know you were always fashion, but did some of it come from Victoria? Did some of it come from external advice?
We've got 2 more features to go. So the next one is that with the Manchester accent, we contract contractions even more. And this is very confusing if you are a foreign student and you've moved to Manchester, or you're somebody that speaks English as a second language. You might actually not recognise these words. So first of all, normally we would say doesn't, but actually in Manchester they shorten that more and that becomes don't. Don't he like it? He doesn't like it. Wouldn't might even become wouldn't. It wouldn't go. It wouldn't go. Practice saying those. He doesn't like it. She wouldn't go to the party.
I was acting like a baby. But that was the depression, wasn't it? That's how it made you feel.
Notice as you're doing this accent, this compression in the mouth to allow for more air to be passed through the nose. Wouldn't. I wouldn't like it. I won't try that because I wouldn't like it. The last feature is saying me instead of my. Me brother, me sister, me hair. My sister's getting married. My sister's getting married. My mum's just coming back from the hairdressers. What do you think of my hair? My hair is dead dry.
These are me posh ones as well. I'm not messing about.
Right, let me get you a drink.
My mum always said I was an old baby.
So those are some of the main features that you'll find yourself being able to easily do to find a way into this accent. It's full of character and it'll be great for you to understand if you come to England or if you're an actor looking to add more accents to your resume. We look forward to seeing you more on Love English, and tell us below in the comments, what do you think of the Manchester accent? Are you mad for it?